ask a question, who is Sai Baba? After coming in his folds since 1986, many things I have seen. So I would like to share a few of them. Very significant one, very in the beginning itself. There is a very senior devotee of Bhagavan, and Swami had taken them to Ooty during the summer holidays. So it's a usual practice. Swami would ask some elderly person to speak to the students first, and then they would listen to Swami's discourse. So this gentleman was very keen to find out from Swami that who Swami is. So he pleaded to Bhagavan, Swami, you tell me the reality. I want to know today. Swami said, no, you speak. No, Swamiji, I want to know from you who you are. Then Swami said, okay, what do you think what I am? Then he was quiet with his folded hands. He had a full namaskar. And then he said, Swamiji, you are Brahma, you are Vishnu, you are Maheshwara. Then Swami said, hey, these are my 3 managers I employ. Then Swamiji, who you are? Swami said, I am the proprietor of whole universe. When I come on earth, all these 3 managers, they do their job, but no rules apply to me. Whatever I say, they have to do. Otherwise, they know the rules and regulations which I have given them. So, he was really stunned. Swami said that you people do not understand. When I walk on earth, I can lift any person from anywhere and put him anywhere. No questions apply. In fact, Swami had said earlier that this avatar, there are 3 characteristics. What are those? He said, this avatar has come to give and give and give. Never extend hand in front of anyone to receive anything from anyone. That is vow number 1. Second vow, I have come to not just destroy the wicked people, but to transform them with love. My only weapon is love. And third, I have come to shower special grace that takes away all the karmic effect. Once you please me, everything is good. I can put you anywhere. So this was really a revelation. Then another time, it was say around in 90s, early 90s, 1990s. It so happened that Swamiji physical body had lost a lot of weight. So, and he had called we teachers and students in a hall. Then everybody would like to ask Swami, Swami, you're not taking care of yourself, you have become thin, this, that. Swami came to me and he said, Bhagia, what do you think? I was looking at Swami, what do you think of me? Have I become thin? I said, no, Swamiji. Have I become fat? No, Swamiji. Then, Swami, you are constant. Always same, constant. He said, yes. Then, 1 or 2 steps he went ahead. He looked back and he said, I am constant integrated awareness. Wow. Then one senior professor, out of taking a very lighter way, he told Swamiji, but you're not eating properly. Then other professor said, oh, you don't know. Nowadays Swami takes sustenance directly from 5 elements. He thought that he is declaring something very great. Then Swamiji reflected, hey, 5 elements take sustenance from me. So that reveals that he is not just an ordinary person. Who can say 5 elements take sustenance from me? Another time. It was a group of MBA boys, and very unique way, Swami would create a desire in the minds of students. It was a small interview, say about 30-35 students and few teachers. Swami asked students, what is the most precious thing in the world? They were thinking. Somebody said, Swami, gold. He said, no, more expensive than gold. They said, diamond. Then Swami suddenly asked one student, have you seen Kohinoor diamond? No, Swami. Where it is? Swami, in London. And have you seen it? No, Swami. Then Swami told, would you like to see it? Yes, Swami, we want to see it. Then Swami said, hey, how can I bring it here? Swami looked at the wall clock, a time. Even I saw the watch, my watch. And Swami calculated quickly, 5.5 hours we are advanced, so what will be the time there? Then Swami said, okay. Swami waved his hand and created Kohinoor, sparkling. And everybody was surprised. Then Swami, in fact, came in front of each one of us to show this. And one boy, because we take become so open, frank, casual with Bhagwan in the interview room. One boy said, Swamiji, if these guards come to know, what will happen? He said, hey, you think I don't know that? I've already placed one artificial diamond over there. This is a real one. You just see, quick. Everybody had a nice look. And then Swami said, who wants this? Whose boy will say, Swami, I want to keep it with me. So, what Swami did? And it just disappeared in thin air. Then, I don't know, I got the why Swami looked again at the clock, wall clock. He looked at, what? To my utter surprise, it was at the same time, as if clock stopped working. Then I looked at my watch, same time. Then Swami looked at me and smiled. He said, all the boys, look into your watches. None of the watches moved. Then Swami said, see, then in Sanskrit, I don't know exactly, I can't repeat. He said, Kalaya Nama, Kala Atitaya Nama, I am beyond time. I am the time, I am beyond time. See? So all the watches, time is in my hands. So when we saw in all the watches, he said, time is in my hands. So these are the incidents which made me think that he is not just an ordinary man or the saint or a Swamiji. So let me put forward 1 or 2 more points. According to my understanding, Avatar is omnipresent, omniscient and omnipotent. A few incidents of omnipresence. Once it so happened that one boy wanted to give a letter to Swamiji in Darshan line. Those who would have seen those days, you will understand you can visualize what happened. Before Swamiji used to come for darshan from Yajur Mandir, or before that even Pune Hall, there would be a piece of music that would be indicator that Swamiji is coming for darshan, and everybody will be alert. Wherever you are, no movements in darshan ground. One boy, he wanted to give a letter regarding his father. So he asked warden sir that can I go and sit in the front where the student block is. Warden had already given him a couple of chances. Swami had not taken his letter, but he was very keen. So warden told him that you go quickly, first row you may not get, but maybe behind that, second, third, you try your luck. Okay? So he came and ran, and he got about third row from the front. And it was a breezy day. They used to make a rangoli where Swami will climb up these steps in the cycle hall before going to the mandir or interview room. So there they would put some rangoli, the decoration, say flowers and leaves and colors and beautiful design. So because of the breeze, the mango tree leaves and few flower petals flew away. Now, this boy, very tricky boy, an intelligent boy, what he did, from third or fourth row, he got up, and in the pretension of, which probably he had in mind also, that they should be set properly when Swami comes closer to this rangoli design, he lifted one leaf had gone a little far off, he picked up, he placed it back. The flower petals here and there, he again put back. Then in the meantime, Swamiji came. And when Swamiji came, he ran and sat behind. Then Swamiji, he was trying to give a letter. But no, when Swamiji had come, he did not get time to go back to this place. So he told the boys in the front row that please, just give me some space. They have to, because once Swamiji comes, no movements are permitted. So he got a chance to give a letter to Swami. Swami, while taking the letter, smiled. Hey, where were you seated? There, behind third row. How did you come here? Swamiji, so I know. Where was this leaf? It was kept there and you put it back. These flower petals were kept here and you put it back. No? Yes, Swami. Where am I? I'm everywhere. So, somehow Swami took boy's letter. Now, subsequently, a very beautiful thing happened. This boy wanted to communicate to Swami that his father is not well. And he would like Swami to create vibhuti or do something or give guidelines so that his father can get cured. Then Swamiji told him later on that bring your father. Swamiji, it is going to be birthday time. There will be very heavy rush. Whole month of November there will be a rush. Did I tell you that bring him to the darshan? I said Swami said that bring him to Puttaparthi. So according to Swami's instruction, he brought his father, and father said, no, I want to go for darshan. So they somehow made arrangement for his father to sit near the benches behind the near the boundary wall of the darshan hall. So boy's father was seated for 7 days. Swami never went closer to father. Swami never took letter from this boy who wanted to communicate that Swamiji, my father has come, please talk to us and give interview. That used to be very common. But this boy didn't get any chance. The day his father left in the morning, evening darshan time, Swamiji comes and tells him, hey, where's your father? Swamiji, whole week he was seated here and you did not talk, and now today I dropped them in the train and he has gone and you are asking, shall I ask him to come back? He said, hey, I know. He was seated there near the water cooler, black bench, isn't it? Yes, Swami. I know his problem. Don't worry, I'll take care. Now, he communicated this to his father. After a couple of days, father went to the doctor in his hometown, and doctor said, where is the problem? There is no problem, no treatment required. Then father was so happy, he communicated back to his son. At that time, the son wrote another letter to Swami, thanking Swami, and Swami took that letter. He said, I know, what was the problem? Don't worry. So this shows his not only omnipresence, omnipotence, omniscience and omnipotence. Another one, very interesting incident of his omnipresence and omniscience. one boy, MBA boy, because I happen to be dealing with the MBA boys, he was a grandson of a very important person. And it is the part of the syllabus, curriculum of MBA course that after finishing first year, before boys come for second year, it's a 2 years course, before the boys come, they have to go to the various industries, collect the data, problem will be given to them by the manager, respective manager in a particular company. They will solve the problem and present the solution of the problem to the company executives, get the approval, then get it typed, get it signed by the company chief, and then come to the institute here in Puttaparthi, and then again there will be a viva, and based on that some credits are given. That is one of the major part of the second year MBA course. So this boy had finished his report. Before submitting, he thought that he will get a blessing on the report which was compiled nicely, and he got a chance. Swami came to him, and Swami was going through the report, and he was showing, Swami, see, boy had written, I offer it to Lotus Feet of Bhagavan, this and that. Okay, Swami was not interested. And then Swami suddenly called me, hey Bhagia, come here. I went there. He said, Swami said, how's this boy? Swamiji, he's a good boy. How can I say anything against a student? They are really good. No, how is this project? Swamiji, I did not guide this project, but some other professor has guided. I know he's a very hardworking, good boy, Swami. He said, see, he has made a nice report. And you must always instruct the boys, other boys also, that get the report bound as he has done, thick bound with embossing, because when the report, one copy of the report goes to the library, when many people come, they refer to the reports, the pages should not be plucked out. It should be very nice, intact. I said, yes, Swamiji. So the boy showed it to Swami. Now, report was in Swami's hands when I came, when Swami called me. The boy, Swami blessed the report, gave it back to the boy. Boy was holding the report. Then Swami asked the boy, how's Rakesh? He didn't know. He was quiet, looking into Swami's eyes. Why, you don't know Rakesh? No, Swami. Then he got the flash of thought that, Swamiji, my classmate Rangesh, he has also finished the report. Maybe tomorrow he would also like to have blessings from you, Swami. Please, Swami. Swami say, hey, I am talking about not Rangesh, your friend, Rakesh. Boy, I was seeing stars. Rakesh. Then, boy was holding the report. Swami snatched the report from boy's hand. He randomly opened the report. Hey, you have written Rakesh here? I was myself stunned. Swami takes the report, opens randomly, and I read Rakesh's name. Then Swami said, tell me, who is this Rakesh? And you said you don't know. He started shivering. Swamiji, Swami, who is Rakesh? Swami, my project involved data from so many companies. I was not getting any information. Then somebody told me, you go to this government organization, they have data of all the companies. And I took my introductory letter, gave it to the person at the entrance. He took it to the chief of the organization. And after some time, I was called in, and chief made me sit next to his table. Then chief asked me, that boy, that are you coming from Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning? Yes, sir. Then this gentleman opened the drawer and took out Swami's picture, pocket, photo, and told him, see, I am also devotee of Sathya Sai Baba, but I never tell anybody in the company. Since you have come from that institute, tell me what data you need. All the data is open to you, but with one condition: you're not going to misuse the data, and don't quote any names of the companies. So, that boy is telling, Swamiji, I collected whatever I wanted, and I completed my project, and this is how, in fact, I'm ahead of time. I've completed the project. Swami said, bad boy. When person helps you throughout life, you should remember, when I'm asking you, who is Rakesh, you have forgotten the name also. Go, sit back. So that is Swami, omnipresence and omniscience. I'll share one very significant interaction with Bhagavan. There, really my eyes were open what Bhagavan is. In 1994, I remember the date also, but okay, it was 7th June 1994. It was in Vrindavan. At that time, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he was just MP. He had brought a group of people. I thought the way things were told to others, it was his birthday, Atal Bihari Vajpayee's birthday. And it so happened that he was summoned to go to the interview. We, small family, myself, my wife and daughter, were also called for interview. And one big Italian group, consisting of about 30-40 people, they had also called for interview. Now mind you, this was eve of Swami's 70th birthday. 95 would be Swami's 70th birthday, 1995. So they were called, and we went there. Swami performed Upanayanam of another very important person from the super specialty hospital. That is not much relevant at the moment. Swamiji interacted first with Italian group, and excepting one, nobody knew English. Now Swami started talking in a language which was surprising. I was looking at Swami, Swami, which language are you talking? Then Swami was conversing, making them comfortable, Italian group, and asking few questions which were very important. Because I knew one person who knew English in that group, I came to know about whatever was the conversation between the group and Swamiji. I'll share that right now. But before that, in between, Swamiji looked at Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Swami is asking Vajpayee, do you know which language Swami is speaking? No, Swami. Swami is trying to justify. See, they have come from Italy. They don't understand English or any other language but Italian. So I have to speak in Italian. Do you understand Italian language? No, Swami. Then Swami declared, Lord knows all the languages, sir. And even my eyes were, Then he said, do you know, they have brought 70 wheelchairs from there. And I was telling them, why did you spend money on transportation? You could have purchased wheelchairs here if you wanted to donate. Also, Swami told them that don't go to any other gurus. You have come to me is enough. So it's not just learning few sentences, how are you, where are you, make them laugh. Or, it was full conversation for about 10-15 minutes. Then came to me. Swami wanted me to be introduced to Mr. Vajpayee. But look at the unique way. It was actually feedback to me about my sadhana, but it became so natural. Swami asked me that, what's your name? I said, Swamiji, Bhagia. Then Swami said, what are you doing? I said, Swamiji, in Swamiji's college, I'm a professor for MBA boys. Because this is the way Swami introduced me to another VIP group in earlier interview. So I thought I must repeat the same thing. Then Swami said, Arey, sadhana kya karte ho? What sadhana you are doing? Then I said, Swamiji, I abide in self. Swami said, hey, from today onwards, your sadhana is see everything as God. I was just thinking myself, any person, odd behavior, or so many, things are happening, negative things are happening in the world. Swami, do I have to take everyone as God? Then the answer came from within. Yes, that is your sadhana. Then very trivial thought came to my mind. Swamiji, you are telling me to take everything as God. What about the fecal matter in the morning? How can I take that as God? Swami read my mind and he said, see Bhagia, morning you take phala, that's fruit. Next day morning, it becomes mala, that is fecal matter, waste. Now, fruit and the waste matter, just question of time, is transformed. And the same waste material can be used as a manure for growing the fruits. So, where is the difference? So he convinced me. Now, it was the turn of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. He said, Swamiji, ek Venati hai. Venati means my prayer. Swami said, yes, tell me. He was just MP and maybe in the opposition party at that time. And he said, Swamiji, desh ki tabahi ho gayi hai. Means the country is getting ruined. Swamiji, I have a prayer to you that every state should have a chief minister who is Swami's student. Swami laughed. He said, Vajpayee, I don't allow my students to enter into politics. Time has not yet come. Okay, he got answered that some more time, it has to go like this. Then he got another thought. Swamiji, one more prayer. What? Swamiji, you become the Prime Minister of this country. So much, everybody that I know was laughing. And so much so I could see Swami's whole body was shaking. Swami enjoyed that. And then he made a very profound statement. See, Vajpayee, I don't want to be a king. I am the kingmaker. Do you want to become a king? I'll make you Prime Minister. Believe me, in next 3 weeks, he became the Prime Minister. Then, when he became Prime Minister and we were called inside the interview room here in Bharti, whereas he was already in Delhi, Vajpayee ji, and there was a problem in the sense political re-election was to be done. Swami said, he's coming back. So for full term he is coming. He came for 5 years. Before even the term got ended, he said he is coming for one more term. Who can say that? Is there anybody on earth who can predict about political scenes and I will make you a king? So another very surprising input to me. Similar one, once it so happened, Swamiji in Vrindavan, he was called to open a hospital by, I think it must have been constructed by some good people over there in Bangalore, where Chief Minister of Karnataka at that time, Mr. Deve Gowda, he was also called in. So Deve Gowda was the Chief Minister of Karnataka. After the opening function, Swamiji was prayed to please Swami give us a discourse. Swamiji talked. During his discourse, Swami referred to Mr. Deve Gowda. See, such good people are there still, and because of that, country is progressing. And see, Mr. Deve Gowda, the Prime Minister of the country, the translator translated Swami's speech, and said Chief Minister Deve Gowda. Again, second time, Swamiji referred Deve Gowda as a Prime Minister, and translator whispered Swami's ear that Swamiji, he is not a Prime Minister, he is Chief Minister. Swamiji totally ignored him. And that Swamiji's speech came in the newspapers saying that Sai Baba makes a mistake, considers Chief Minister, calls Chief Minister as a Prime Minister. Now, after a few months or so, there was no confidence motion in the Parliament, and the people have no choice but to make Deve Gowda as the Prime Minister. At that time, Swami said, see, they think that Sai Baba makes a mistake. In all these years, not even once have I made a mistake. This is Satyam, Satyam, Satyam. Whatever comes out from my mouth is also Satyam. So there cannot be a mistake. Such a person, how can we take him as an ordinary person? I'll tell you a very interesting incident in this connection again, that who is Sai Baba. Really, if you listen to this carefully, you will have no doubts left who is Sai Baba. But still, I'll tell you. Once in Kodaikanal, Swami used to take, say, about a good number of students, 60, 70, and VIPs, some 5, 10, a group of, say, 70, 80. So one such trip in Kodaikanal, Swami stayed there for 3 weeks or so. Next day, it was the time that Swamiji would move back from Kodaikanal to Vrindavan. Now, it's Swamiji's love that he shares with everyone. So he told one of the boys that, see, tomorrow, early morning we are leaving. How many security guards are here who have been accompanying us and working for the discipline of this place? He counted, he said, Swamiji, about 34. I said, okay. Then Swami said, go and bring the safari suit pieces and also put it in the bag, each one, and make the bags ready. And then Swami said that in each bag put 1,000 rupees as the stitching charges. So according to the instructions, boy made it. This was in the evening discussion. In the night time, dinner was over. Swamiji went back to his room. this boy, he came down and he was talking to the elders, and as if he was sweating. One of the senior devotee, he asked him, "What's the problem?" He said, "Sir, I gave a wrong picture to Swami. I did not count 9 more securities who would be on the way. Swami would definitely like to give them also a bag containing safari and a stitching charge. You don't have safari pieces anymore?" "No, sir. Those pieces I have plenty. But the money I don't have." "How much you need?" "Sir, about 9,000 more." So this gentleman said that in a group, students and few teachers were sitting, "Hey, come on man, take out all the money. It's just I'm borrowing, and when we go back in few days time, the money will be given back to you. Come on." So he insisted, one boy, "How much money you have?" He took out 200 rupees. Then other boy, "Sir, I didn't bring any money." "Why?" "Sir, when we are with Swami, do we need to bring any money? Everything morning till night is taken care of by Swami. Even the shopping he sent us, he gave us 1,000 rupee note each and said that go and do the shopping for carrying some souvenir to your home. So we didn't have to bring anything. When we are with Swami, do we need to bring anything, sir?" So money wasn't there. And Swami is the Antaryami. He comes out from his room and joins in this discussion. He called that boy, "Hey, what's this? What are you discussing?" "Swamiji, I gave a picture, a number of security guards, which is not correct, Swami." "What?" "Swami, there are 9 more." "So, make it." "Yes, Swami, I have made the 9 bags." "Then, where is the problem?" "Swami, but what?" "Swami, but Swami," he was hesitant to tell that I don't have money. Then finally it came out. Swami said, "Oh, you need more money." "No, where is the money?" "Whatever I had, see, I brought such and such amount, and you told me 34, and I have exactly in that envelope 34,000s were there. I gave it to you. You put 1,000 rupees in each bag. I don't have money." Then Swami was looking around. People were all quiet. Then Swami told this boy, "See, this morning I have taken only 1 letter from a devotee, and it is a white envelope with a blue border on the left side. The letter would have gone in the bunch of letters. Bring that. Find out, bring that letter." He ran, brought that letter, and in very unique style, Swami will tear the edge of the envelope, and talking and smiling. When he did that, a bundle of 50 rupee notes, 500 rupee notes came out. That means 50,000. So then Swami showed, enacted, "Hey, where is this money?" "Swami, it came from envelope." "Who put it?" Swami started asking student, did you put money?" Including the senior devotees and teachers and warden. "Did you put it?" "No." Then one smart guy, a senior person, I don't want to give more details, he said, "Swamiji, you would have taken the sankalpa that 50,000 rupees just can appear in any envelope, Swami." He thought that he has understood Swami. Swami said, "Hey, for these small things, I don't take sankalpa. Listen." Yeah, very profound statement, Swami said. "Parabrahman takes one Mahasankalpa to come on earth as a human being. After that, whatever I need, wherever I need, how much I need, will come running to me. I don't have to make any sankalpa." My gosh, everybody was stunned. He declared himself the Parabrahman taking Sankar as human being, as an avatar on earth. This is Swamiji. Then finally, this was my question also in my mind, and as if Swami put that question in somebody else's mind, Swamiji, how can we know you? Is it possible to know you? He said, nobody can understand me. Give up even imperative which demands understanding me. But go within. Find out who you are. When you do that, you will get a glimpses of what I am. I can say with confidence, after going through whatever sadhana Bhagavan has given, little bit he has revealed his totality. Then also, you cannot estimate what he is. Because one of the interviews, Swamiji told us, see, what is in this hands? We saw. He said, nothing. But in my mind I said, Swami, everything in your hand. He said, what do you want? I said, Swamiji, your grace. He said, see, everything is in your hands. Tell me what you want. I said, Swamiji, your grace. Swami was very happy. There he said, everything is nothing. Nothing is everything. So when you go back to your original self, where we came from, with His grace, if you get glimpses of that, you will realize He is nothing and He is everything. When He shows His everythingness, He is attached to it's love, pure love, attached to everyone. Love finds expression, manifestation, and by Himself, He is nothingness. Nobody on earth, according to my understanding, is equivalent to Sai Baba. Whosoever may be, I am not disrespecting sages and saints, but Sai Baba simultaneously is nothingness, He is everything, and yet He will behave, He will look to us, or He will relate to us like an ordinary human being, so that we can learn. We don't find Him as alien. We can learn from Him what He has come to give us. He said, I give you whatever you want, so that one day you will ask me what I have come to give it to you. So let us pray to Him to get what He has come to give us. I want to share with you how Swami put me on the right path. I had always a desire since childhood to inquire, what is this all about, life all about? Is it as now Bhagavan says, khana pina sona marna, that means you come in the world, work, then sleep, and then go away. Right from my childhood I used to ask this question to my father. He used to bring many sages and seers and saints. I would ask them that, what's the purpose of life? Then they say, hey, you are too small, then grow, and then get married, earn a degree, engineering I was studying, and get married, get a job and get married. I used to ask them, why did you not do it? Why are you advising me the other way? I never got any answer. Just cutting the story short, Swami had accepted me since 1986. Then, till then, I had a wonderful sadhana which I used to carry on, Namasmriti. Every step, every breath I would say, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. Okay. I joined in 86 and 87. Swami in Vrindavan called us for an interview, family interview. He asked me, what are you doing? I said, Swamiji, I still had ego. Swamiji, I'm first class, first chemical engineer in Bombay University, and I'm teaching MBA boys, I'm a professor in Swami's college. Then Swami did not even allow me to complete this. He said, hey, forget about your chemistry and chemical engineering, sir. Inquire, who am I? In the mind, I thought, I know Swamiji, you're God. That's why I came here. And now you're asking me to inquire, who am I? I thought that Swami is asking me to inquire about himself. But when I came out from the interview, one senior devotee, he wanted to ask me or talk to me, trying to find out what Swami said in the interview. So he was telling me how was the interview. I said, Uncle, very nice. Then he showed me a book. Would you be interested in reading this book? This was Teachings of Ramana Maharshi, written by Paul Breton. So I said, Uncle, because in my mind I was saying, let me ruminate, let me enjoy what Swami has said in the interview. Uncle is asking unnecessarily. But then just to please Uncle, I opened the first page, the contents of the book. In that, the second chapter was, who am I? I said, hey, who am I as a subject? So I was not able to understand what Swami was telling. And I told Uncle, yes Uncle, I will read this book. Then I read this book, then read more books on Raman Maharshi, many books where there was self-inquiry, techniques of self-inquiry and all these things. Then after a gap of 11 years, 1990, Swamiji restarted the summer course in Vrindavan. I was also part of it because we professors and students were eligible to attend. What I was reading in the text, in the book, Path of Ramana Part 1, where he describes what is the technique path of self-inquiry, Swami was describing in the discourses, in that full series of 15 discourses. And in one discourse, Swami said that you should not waste your time, a journal, but everything was pointed to me. Whatever examples I read in the textbook were repeated as if the whole summer course was for my sake. Where Swami told what you are, that means he started with the body, then senses, mind, the ego, Atma, all these step by step he explained. Then one point of time Swami said that 24 hours you should do the self-inquiry. Don't waste time. So I decided in my mind that I will give up the job, because when I'm teaching the subjects, I don't get time to do self-inquiry. So I took a vow in my mind that if Swami gives me indication, permission, I will go and resign from the job. The indication was one of the days, to be precise, the last day of summer course, Swami called all the students and teachers to dine with him. Then there, I was given a video camera, only person who was permitted to shoot Swami's movements. I said, Swami, I will ask you for namaskar in my mind. If you give me, I'll go and resign. That's a signal for me. Swami went to the corner, to the kitchen of the dining hall, and I put my camera down, went straight to Swamiji and asked Swamiji, Swamiji, can I take namaskar? In Hindi, of course, I said, but Swamiji responded, yes, yes, yes. He lifted his robe and he said, take. So I was convinced that Swami has told me to resign from the job. 5th of June, if I recollect, 1990, I came back from Vrindavan to Parthi, and Swamiji came back on 11th June. And I was on my job, in the sense, resigned from the job of a professor, and my job was to inquire, who am I? On 13th January, Swamiji told to the registrar, see, professors are sitting, they have just begun the academic year and they are free. I am ready to talk to them. Why can't they ask me? So he came and told all the teachers that you pray to Swami for interaction. And also he told them that, see, 17th June is Sunday. So 16th you pray to Baba. 16th Saturday, all the teachers sat in the front, outside the interview room. I was seated in another place, closing my eyes. Swamiji came for darshan and I had a darshan, closed my eyes, again back to my job, what he has given me. And what I find that Swami, after finishing darshan, called the teachers inside the interview room. Then debate started in my mind that, see, I have resigned on paper, but they have not accepted because the dean said, I cannot accept, let Swami come and then we'll see. I said, my meter starts. I'm giving you the required period before you release me. So Swamiji took all the teachers inside the interview room. Then my mind again played tricks. See, I have resigned, but they have not accepted. So I am also entitled to go for an interview. By the time all the teachers had gone, Swami was at the door, entrance of the interview room. I was the last person. He patted me on the back. Go inside, lazy. So I went and sat. He allowed me to, because it was so fully packed. There's a little observation. We were 60, 70 teachers. Interview room is so small, even 20 people cannot sit. But we 60 were seated. So much so, I was the last person when I was going inside the interview room. I had no place to walk, but they had to make a way for Swami. So I was walking behind Swami. Swami went and sat on his seat, chair, and the person who was sitting next to Swamiji, he told him, "Hey, Dona Putta, you go, you're a fat person, you're occupying a place of 4 people." He had to go and stand against the wall, supporting against wall, and Swami made me sit next to his lotus feet. Then Swami started, how are you people, talking to all the teachers, and he said, you people want to know what is sadhana. Sadhana, sadhana, sadhana. True sadhana is unification of the sadhak, the sadhyam, and the sadhana. That means the meditator, the meditation, and the object of meditation. You have to unify that. That is true sadhana. Then sadhana is control of senses. Then he looked at me, because in my resignation letter I had written, I am resigning from the job to do my sadhana. So Swami is Antaryami. He looked into my eyes. He said, "Hey Bhagia, what sadhana you want to do?" I said, "Swamiji, I want to abide in self. When I teach a subject like business statistics or operation," he did not allow me to complete a sentence. He said, "Listen, if you segregate, this is worldly, this is spiritual. Even in 1,000 births, I will not give you what you want." Immediately, thoughts came to my mind. My gosh, sanctioning authority. He is telling me, even in 1,000 births, I will not give you. Even if I am born human being after human being, every birth I remain on this earth for on an average 70 years, 70,000 years gone, no promise that I will give you what you want. I caught hold of Swami's feet. "Swamiji, please forgive me. What sin have I done? Please guide me." Then he said, "True sadhana is control of senses. Living together in a harmonious way is true sadhana. I have given you so many experiences. Share those experiences with the students. These students and the teachers are brought together. Students are ready to receive. Teachers are ready to give. They are all Maharishi Tattvas. In a gunny bag of rice, there will be few grains of paddy. Paddy is also rice. You have to remove the husk. That is your sadhana. Through these students, I am going to cleanse the whole world. I have made you in charge of those students. What other sadhana you want to do? Make them good. I have given you so many experiences. Share those experiences with them. Make them worthy of being my instruments. Do that. That will make me happy. Then I will give you what you want. Now, who on earth can make such a declaration? Can there be other than Swami, the Lord? He is everything. Even to say He is everything is wrong. We cannot describe Him. You have to experience Him. That is my experience. Thank you.